right there. It's morning time. It's 7 a.m., 8 a.m., and we've got an airport run at 8:45. I've just done a shift, an all-night shift. I made like less than 100, which is it's pretty bad. I probably could have made a lot more, but I went offline quite a bit because something was drawing me to go to my bot and to run it. And I ran it and saw a few bugs, ironed out the bugs, ran it again. I got to iron out one or two more bugs, then I'll run it again. And then it'll be time to run it at scale, all right? So I've been making maybe every time I run it, it takes about, I want to say 2 hours. I want to say 2 to 3 hours. And it's earning a bit less now because I may have messed up, but I went to sell a small batch and the freaking normal buyer that I have that buys in a second got really sussed out, and he freaking asked me to send photos of every single one of my accounts and their cooking level. And then he freaking and I freaked out. I was like, this is really weird, why are you asking me that? And it was like so much adrenaline. Like it was a really freaky situation. I didn't appreciate him at all, and it's just the same anxiety I get from narcs, from abusers and stuff. And so I was already really sussed out. But I explained to him, like, you know, I do this on different accounts. It's a good moneymaker. I like providing for this community rather than just, you know, doing the normal game stuff. And he still wanted those pictures of the account, so I gave it to him after a couple of days, and he was satisfied. But during that interim, he freaking strangely, like, he lowered the price. Hi, Mel. He lowered the price globally of the product that I'm botting. He lowered it by 20%, and then he started selling his own stock of it at the same time. And that's like really, really weird, shady behavior. I think he's been in the game for like 20 years, basically. No, 10 years. Hola, Miel. Sí, hablo español, pero estoy contando una historia en inglés ahora mismo. He's been in the game for 10 years, and I think he just kind of knows when farmers come around and they're farming something. And so I think he could tell that I'm farming, and he's kind of just like selling out quick. What's up, baby vlogs? So he's selling out quick. He knows a big farmer's coming, and so I don't really know what to do except to get such a high amount of the product that it kind of just like, wait, where am I supposed to be going? That it kind of blows everyone away by how much product I have. And they ideally pay the full price that, like, the price has been 10,000 per item for like a month. Like at the start of June, I think it was 10,000 per item. And so I started developing the spot, and then finally I do a test run. I wanted a bit of cash to play with, and so I decided to sell the first batch, and then they lowered the price. They acted really freaky on me. Saludo, Mel. Gracias por las bendiciones. And so I'm gonna make 100,000. Oh, I got a little. Yeah, it's the reservation. Tengo reserva aeropuerto en 15 minutos. So I'm gonna make 100,000 of these products, right? Which is gonna get me a billion coins. that billion coins is going to be worth about, I think, 100 euros, maybe a bit more. And it will be 800 million if it won't be a billion at the current prices. So I'm looking forward to that. So, ¿cuántos aquí hablan español? Estoy perdiendo mi tiempo contando historias en inglés. Perdiendo mi tiempo. Es la primera vez que he hecho esto en día, siempre noche. ¿De dónde eres ustedes? ¿De dónde son? Parece que es este guy. Muy estrecho. Todos abismos de México. Abismos es hablamos, creo. Pues hay Cabify en México. Yo soy México. Creo que he llegado. No dice el número, pero la mapa dice que está aquí. Mamma mía, el sol. Me parece que estoy bastante estrecho. Estoy como en el canal de nacer. ¿Hablas re mal español? ¿Qué significa re mal? Su comida, gastronomía es padre. ¿De qué estás hablando? No entiendo. Es el dialecto mexicano, seguro. Yo como papas ahora. Papas con aceite y sal y ajo y perejil. Mucho aceite. Estuve bebiendo y comiendo mucho leche, pero me ha puesto a sentir mal. Porque trabajando 12 horas en el coche cada día, los riñones no aguanta una dieta con mucha proteína y mucho cafeína y sal. Y estuve solo bebiendo leche reforzado con proteína. Y por esto mis riñones no aguanté. Yo de Inglaterra, pero estoy en España. Soy inglés. Pero tengo poco acento americano por ser básicamente tener acento internacional. Por crecer aquí en España. Vale. Pues buen turno hoy. He hecho una noche entero trabajando. Ahora es la mañana y tengo un par de reservas al aeropuerto. Es buen dinero. Y estoy esperando a pasajero. ¿Y ustedes qué hacen? ¿Qué estás haciendo ustedes? What the hell are you guys up to? Cuéntame Aquí es las 12 de la mañana. Oh, wow, aquí es las 8 de la mañana. Cuéntame que se lo dio por hacer contenido, quiere monetizas. ¿Qué se lo dio por hacer contenido, quiere monetizas? No sé. Creo que monetizar es muy, muy lejos y no me preocupa mucho de esto. La 3 a.m., mamma mía. Es mi día de libranza hoy. Pero elijo trabajar porque no. Si trabajo suficiente, yo gano. Mira, aquí es el mes que he hecho. ¿Puedes leer esto o está en reverso para ustedes? Esto es el mes de julio. He hecho 2.500 para 14 días. Y un día ni estaba trabajando. Por eso realmente es como 2.700 algo. Y si gano más de 4.000, yo recibo un bono. Y con 5.000 recibo bono de como 200 euros, creo. Y con 6.000 recibo bono de 400 euros. Y estoy intentando recibir esos bonos. Sí, yo hago estos directos cuando tengo ganas de hacerlo. Uh, no está bien hacerlo en mal humor o sintiendo forzado. A veces son largos, a veces son cortos. Me cayó bien, ¿usted? Me cayó, me cayó. Es como caer, ¿no? Como en el suelo. Sí, estoy ganando bien, pero eso es todo para la empresa. Yo solo gano un 30% de esto y encima de esto, Cabify está ganando un 15-20% extra. So, realmente estoy generando mucho más en factura básica. Pero yo recibo la factura, la, la cantidad, el neto. Cabify coge un 15%, el resto va a mi empresa y yo coge un 30% de esto. Pero con sueldo fijo, yo gano 1.200 cada mes. Y, pero si factura 5.000, 6.000, yo coge bonos y quiero conseguir esos bonos. Pero tengo que trabajar cada día de descanso y es lo que es. Es decir, me gusta tu personalidad, ya. Yeah. No le entendí ni ver. No le entendí ni ver. Me cayó bien usted. Me cayó bien. No vas a decir, me cayó bien con usted. Me cayó bien contigo. O, pero vale, entiendo. Gracias por enseñarme. Realidad es que no hay mucha gente que me han enseñado a hablar. Solo sobreviviendo yo aprendió. Vale, en 5 minutos la cliente viene y no quiero ver que soy en directo. So, dame un segundo y voy a quitar la brillo. Pero tengo que salir de la directo. So, probablemente voy a perder muchos de ustedes. Vibras. Vale, un minuto. No corres tan rápido, un minuto. Vale, entiendo. Vale, he cumplido. Seguro que nadie está, pero he cumplido. Ahora no puedo ver nada. Sí, dice que hay una persona, mamá mía. Hola. Uy. Sí, está aquí. ¿Está abierto? Montar. Al aeropuerto, ¿no?
Sí.
¿Te llamas Miriam?
Sí.
Liberado, mamma mía. Vamos por peaje, ¿no? Mejor para ti, ¿no? Un poco más rápido. Ok. Tengo que actualmente cambiar los ajustes en mi app. Un minuto. Conduce 5 minutos más con peaje. Sí. ¿Has visto este anuncio? No anuncio, noticia de earthquake, de temores? A las 7:13 en un lugar, no sé, noreste, oeste, había unos temores.
Oh,
Y me han notificado conduciendo.
a Málaga.
Conduciendo aquí o por la área, no, se han dicho en los dos móviles como aviso, hay temores, ten cuidado. Yo no podría sentirlos por estar moviendo. Yo creo que esto pasa cada 5 años o algo, pero siempre es nada. Siempre es solo se registran y ya está, no hay ningún daño. ¿De dónde eres tú?
Alemania.
Ah, do you speak English?
Yeah.
Sweet. Earthquakes. For
Yeah.
real.
It's crazy.
Mad. It's like California up in here. Are you going back to Germany now?
No, London.
Oh, okay. My truck wasn't happy that I existed.
Where are you from?
England.
Ah.
Yeah, you're going to my home country, huh?
You sound like this little Spanish accent. Right?
Yeah. I was born in the south and I studied in the north.
Where did you study?
In Lancaster.
Ah.
So what are you up to in London then?
Lived there. and I studied in Scotland. So like,
Whoa. In Aberdeen?
yeah.
Sweet. It was a choice between Lancaster, Exeter, and Aberdeen for me.
You made the right choice.
Yeah, I think so. I visited Edinburgh for one weekend. That was really nice.
Edinburgh's really nice. Wow.
I went swimming there in the sea.
Nice.
I think it's the sea. It's probably the river.
It's like probably some like hospitals, you know.
So you're just spending some holiday here?
I went for a head tour.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Crazy. In Puerto Banús? No. Where?
It's like for 7 days.
Wow. Debauchery for days, no?
So now I'm tired, destroyed.
Exactly. Just destruction, debauchery, yeah. Oh well, I guess the idea is that she gets it out of her system.
Yeah, she did. Last few nights,
Yeah. There is a thing though, it's like if you like children, like experiments they do with children, like if you give them an open area where they can just go wherever they like, or you give them a closed area that they know, like familiar with,
yeah.
in a garden or wherever, like they'll much prefer having a closed area than a open area, because it's just the freedom of the open area is a bit too much. It like frightens them. But being contained in a square or whatever, they love it. Then they can sit there and they can play. So I think restriction of freedom isn't always necessarily like bad, but fair. I mean, that's what a fascist would tell you, I guess, before they, but still. So how come you're not flying with other people from the Hindu?
Oh, Scotland. They're flying back to Scotland.
Oh. So you studied like 3 years, Aberdeen?
4.
Jeez.
Yeah.
What did you do with that extra year?
Did like 1 year placement.
Whoa. Work placement?
Yeah.
Was that in the country or somewhere else?
It was like remote.
Oh, okay. I almost did a year abroad. I just couldn't get the grades.
Where?
I would have gone to North Carolina.
Nice. I went to Paris for like 1 semester.
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool.
To get away from it. And spent a summer in Valencia.
Wow. I worked in Valencia in February 2024.
It's really nice.
Yeah. I just didn't like that they didn't have a library that was good. They had like university libraries, but you have to have like special privileges. Here in Marbella, they've got amazing library, open Monday to Sunday, 12 hours a day.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I love it. What did you study?
Business.
Okay.
International business management.
Lancaster was like the top school for that. You could have gone there. But nice.
So, yeah. What did you study?
I started with biological sciences, and then I did ecology and conservation. But I didn't graduate in the end. I couldn't see a future in that, and I was just pretty lazy, I guess, in the end.
When did you come to Spain?
When I was 2 years old, we moved here, and then I left in 2014 to go to university. I came back in 2019. I left again in 2023, but I came back. It was only like 9 months.
Where did you go?
I went to Paraguay for 3 weeks.
Nice.
Then I was living in North London for 3 weeks. And then I spent 3 months again in Lancaster. And I was in the hospital for a while. And then I spent another 3 months in Lancaster. Yeah, so maybe it was 6 months in total in Lancaster. I was in Lancaster and Blackburn. I was working in Preston. It was amazing. I had 3 jobs. I was cleaning primary schools and delivering packages with Yodel and helping people move their furniture, which was the most money was in that. It was like £30 an hour. Yeah.
How much sleep did you get?
Not much. No, not much at all. No. No, it was loads of monsters and kidney problems and lots of raw milk to try and hydrate. But I was working, I had a lady with me. She was from Paraguay, and so she was helping with everything. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have done any of that. I would just be on universal credit, just relaxing. Because I'd just come out of surgery, I still had stitches, and the first job I ever did was waitering. So I was going around with waitering with my stitches, like rubbing and creating loads of scar tissue that I've still got today. It's crazy what ladies make you do, you know. And I wanted to marry her. I wasn't very comfortable living with her, and she wasn't my wife. But in the UK, it would have cost like 10 grand
Visa.
to get her visa, to pay for her flight, to get help getting the visa. You know, paying the company to get all of it done. And then I also had to pay 4 grand in tax to show that I'm a taxpayer. Well, it feels all right, you know. Like when we could have earned that, it would have taken us maybe 3 to 6 months. We would have had that. But I knew that we wouldn't have used it for that. We would have used it for something else. So I decided that we would come back to Spain and marry here.
Nice. Better weather.
Yeah, and a lot cheaper. It was like 600 euros.
It's very cheap.
Yeah.
I could apply for like British citizenship in like a year's time.
Whoa,
But it
congrats.
costs like 2K.
That's
And I don't know, like in Germany you don't pay for citizenship.
right.
Like it's okay, but like it's not insane to me to like pay 2K. No, it's 2K for the application for citizenship.
Yeah.
And then you don't even know the outcome.
Yeah. But I'm guessing like once you tick all the boxes to be a citizen in Germany, to tick all those boxes is going to cost you money.
Yeah.
Like at least in Spain, it doesn't cost that much to be a citizen, but you have to show that you're a taxpayer, show that you rent your own property, and you pay your own bills. I would be a citizen here in a moment, but I don't have the appropriate I don't pay my own bills in a way. I do, but it's not official enough. Are you gonna go for it?
Probably. If Keir Starmer doesn't change things.
He's British, is he?
Yeah.
Okay, I hear about him all the time. Is this new? How long has it been that you have to pay 2K?
I don't know, honestly. I like checked a few weeks ago, but like couldn't believe that you have to pay for the application. Because like also like they can say no, you paid 2K, and try again in like 6 months time, and you essentially pay 4K instead of no.
Are you gonna get people to help you with it? Are you paying a company to help you as well, or you just do it all yourself?
It's fine. So like in a year's time.
Well, who told you that you're eligible in a year's time?
Like online. Like I have a special residency status in the UK because I'm quite ready for Brexit.
Oh. I like being a British citizen. I think it's awesome. But it's also a very hefty system, you know? Like the NHS is amazing. As much as people complain about it, it saved my life and it took care of me for 3 months.
But like compared to like even the like Spanish healthcare system.
I don't like it. The Spanish healthcare system could not help me. People say it's good, but I don't know.
A friend of mine is like a doctor, or was a doctor in the NHS.
Yeah.
And he was like working once, and then like next to where he was working, the ceiling just came down. It was like a hospital, and there were like people like giving birth in this room.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
The one I went to, it was called Royal Lancaster Infirmary. So it had a heritage to it, you know.
Yeah.
I think
probably better.
But the one I was in North London was like a student hospital, and it was great. Like it had really advanced like techniques.
But not Imperial.
Beg your pardon?
Not Imperial Hospital.
Imperial?
From Imperial College.
I don't think so. No. No, probably not. But yeah, they have loads of these advanced techniques, and they're very like future thinking and progressive and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's a bit too intense. Like they were giving me so many drugs, probably because I needed them, but it was an excess, and I got like psychosis from it. And so I ended up going like crazy, and I escaped the hospital like in my gown. and then I went up to Lancaster, and then they were much more simple, you know. They were like, "Hey, we're going to chop this out, and you'll probably be all right. And if you don't want to take so many drugs, fine, you know, whatever. Just take a little bit." You know, they were a bit more like down to earth farmer kind of logic. But yeah, universal credit as well is pretty helpful. In Spain, you've got to work. If you don't work, you don't get benefits. It's kind of funny. Also, if you want to be a sole trader in Spain, it also costs a lot of money. Uh-oh. I should have waited for him. Let's see if it stays open. Yeah, okay, cool. Technology. Wait, okay. Yeah, you got to work at least 3 months, and then you get 6 months of small benefits. But if you work for 1 year, then you get 3 months of big benefits, and then every year you can add another month or another 2 months to those 3 months of big benefits. Which it's a kind of cool system. And being homeless here is not a big deal. Like they call it rough sleeping in the UK if you're homeless, but here it's like it's barely an issue. It's like easy sleeping.
Yeah. I think I've barely seen any homeless persons, but
That's fair. They're not that prevalent. Yeah. I think if you go to like Madrid airport, you might see some there. Yeah. And Barcelona probably has a bunch. but I was really in with the homeless people. I know where they sleep and stuff, and they're quite what's it called, discreet. It's to their benefit to be discreet. And there's also institutions like the Red Cross, which helps them to spend the day doing something, eating at this center until everyone's gone home from work, and then they let them loose again.
Nice.
No, amazing. You eat well as a homeless person here, really well. They give you 2 big meals with a fruit, a dessert, a main, an appetizer. They help you get a job. They give you all the clothes that you need. You can have a shower. They wash your clothes. They give little trainings, and then so you get 2 meals, and then they give you a meal to take back for the night. Amazing.
Really good.
Yeah. But then again, it's only Marbella. Like, other places don't have it that good. So then that, mixed with the library being open 12 hours a day, it's a recipe for success.
I like finishing your studies now here for waiting for library.
Oh, because I was homeless. Like, I was living from my van for a while, and libraries were just so useful for internet, for electricity. So I was always looking for a good library. And bathrooms. Yeah.
Well, that makes sense. They're probably also like relatively clean compared to other places.
What's that?
And the bathrooms, etc., are also probably relatively clean compared to other places.
Yeah, and you don't have to buy anything to use them. And yeah. But then I got this job last year, and I sold my van, and I started renting a place, but it's like an office building, so it's not really like a housing, a vivienda they call it. So I can't get all the benefits of being a renter or a property owner, because I'm just renting a basement basically. Like, it's not really a living space. So I lose a few benefits, but I get a roof and electricity and Wi-Fi and security and nice thick blinds, so I can sleep during the day, because I do night shifts. Really, neighbors that leave me the hell alone because they're all professionals, so I don't get bothered. So I've been living in that for the last year, but I went hungry for a long time, because the Red Cross now are like, oh well, you've got a place, we're not going to give you food anymore.
Even though it's like technically not a residential.
Yeah, because it's a roof. Yeah. But then there's the church, the Catholic Church, and they give you food, so I get food from them. That helps a lot. But then Cabify is only working in Marbella in the summers, so all winter I got to find something else to do, or I go on benefits. But
I wonder why, because Cabify, I feel like it's mostly used by Spanish people.
yeah,
It's not very international.
I think there's some in London, because I remember being in London. What was that? Man, I can't remember. In the last 10 years, and I was offered a water, and I was really confused. I thought it was like his water. I didn't really know what's going on, and I think Cabify are the only people that offer water. So it must have been a Cabify, I guess. They have some in South America as well. But yeah, there's always Cabify in Malaga, but it's a pain to go there every day to work. But I do, I started in January 2024, I started a new hobby of like programming.
Oh, nice.
Using AI, like, to teach me. And wow, you learn so quick. What would take like 3 months takes 3 days, you know? I'm so happy about that.
Yeah, AI is crazy.
So I have continued my studies in that way. You know, I'm slowly turning it into something profitable.
Nice.
Yeah, at least I'm understanding the framework of how to make it profitable.
Nice.
Yeah, but this job still is like almost 10 times more profitable. So I prioritize it. But in the downtime in the winter, I'm just programming non-stop. If I'm not doom scrolling.
Because you mostly have chores during the summer now. And then they're like gone in the winter.
Yeah. I mean, the contract that I have with Cabify is they call me every 3 months after they fire me. They have to give me a job again. So, but they only have a work in Malaga. What are you screaming at? Oh, okay. They only have work in Malaga, and so I tell them, look, don't bother. Just ring me up in summer when you work in Marbella again. But this time, I think I'll go.
Is the contract of Cabify like different, like you would have Uber or so?
Not particularly. No, it's the same, but I think Uber works differently here than in the States or wherever. Like, because every single Bolt, Uber, Cabify, you all have to have even the taxis have to have a special license, and that license can cost. I think New York taxis do that.
Yeah.
The license can cost from 80 to 250,000, and they're associated to one car or a few cars, and so you have to make that investment. And so we've got a big company that must have bought loads of these licenses, and then they hire us, and we get 30% of what they get, when Cabify gets like 15% on top. But it's kind of good because they give us a set wage, actually.
Oh, okay. That's nice.
And just if we earn extra, then we can get a bit extra. Equal to that 30%. So if I make 5,000, it's like I get like 1,400. If I make 6,000, I get 1,800, something like that. And then the base is 1,200. And yeah, you have a autonomo, right? Which is like being a sole trader. Here you have to pay 350 a month just to be one. In the UK, you just sign a paper and you're there. And if you only have to pay 20% tax if you earn over 18k. So I came here thinking, oh, I'll be an autonomo because I was a sole trader back in the UK. And then the bills started, and I'm like, I can't pay this. I'm just starting out. And so I wrote a letter to cancel it, to be like, put me to, I don't be a sole trader anymore. And then 3 months later, I found out that I had to send it to 2 agencies, not just the main agency. And so after those 3 months, I finally sent the second notification to the second agency. But those 2 months that had transpired where I was doing nothing, thinking that I was already quitted, has been indebted to me. So I owe like 1,200 at least to the government. And they will block your account, and anything that goes in they'll take if you don't pay it quick enough. They're so brutal. So my first ever wage, they took like 80% of it. But that was last year. I think they're not so brutal with me now. Yeah, it sucks.
Especially if you like only start out. Like,
yeah, there's no mercy here. It's like the sun; it just beats down on you. You know.
Yeah.
You've just got to wait till the season's over, and then it lets off. While in England, it's like, here's some rain, here's some water, enjoy. All the cows are fat. There's cows everywhere. The sheep are fat. You know. Here it's like few areas have cows, and they're usually like very skinny. Although they've done a really good trick in Almeria. They've done like greenhouses, because it's like a desert there, but they've used greenhouses in such a way that it's now the most like productive agriculture in all of Europe.
Crazy. That's crazy.
It's mental. I don't know. It's like a little magic trick they've done. But I think it's because in the winter they can maintain temperature using the greenhouses without having to use any electricity, and so it keeps the cost low.
That's really good. Surprised that it's not like famous for it. Like,
It is though. It is.
Is it? Okay.
Like most of the tomatoes that you eat in the winter are from there, you know. But it's just not like touristy famous, because it's just a bunch of plastic shacks. Yeah, it's not even glass; it's plastic everywhere. But I think you can see it from space. I think just this white, bright blob.
Nice.
Well, that 5 minutes didn't really count for much.
That's fine.
It's a nice view from up here once we get past the trees. It's kind of cool. I think we're at the highest point that you can get on this road. So what are you doing in London then?
I'm studying.
Still studying?
No.
4 years in Aberdeen and you're studying still?
Master. No.
Oh, I see. The placement made your bachelor's 4 years, so now you're doing a master's. Yeah. Okay. And how far are you into it?
I'm like done in September. So soon.
July, August, September. Oh yeah, soon.
But there's like nowhere near as nice as here.
Nowhere near what?
Nowhere near as nice as here.
What?
The weather.
I hear it's like worse in London. I don't know. Maybe because of like the city is a bit hotter than the green north, and that keeps like humidity up. But
yeah, that's good actually for sure. It always is like if it's hot, it's also always quite humid.
Just be glad you got so much water, I guess. Water's great. Just ask these trees, I'd love some. Sorry, the car is braking, it's not me. I'm giving you space, bro.
This is good.
He is not. He's going into your space. He's the bad guy. Okay, sorry. Oh, mate, I should just follow him, then I can get free traffic. Oh, he doesn't like that. Right? He's just totally made the traffic stop. What a legend. I feel like what I'm doing is like illegal though, but you know. Oh well. It's fun while it lasted.
Now they're going for it.
Yeah. I feel a bit bad now though. Why are we all blocked up here? Come on. Okay. So nice having a motorbike in traffic jams like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, there they go. Oh man, it goes on for a long time. There it goes. It stops. It stops when we turn off and get off the motorway. I'm getting a bit hot. I'm going to turn the aircon up a bit. So for masters, do you have to do like another dissertation or no?
Yeah.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
Oh dear, dissertation version 2, gross.
Yeah. Not enjoying it.
I do not feel good about this lane at all. We are going to turn off relatively soon, so my middle lane would be the smartest. Alright, now we're moving, we're chilling. What's the subject then of the dissertation? What's it called? Do you have a name?
So I'm studying computer science now.
No way! If I could go back, I would do computer science. That's what I always say.
If I could go back, I would have only done computer science for my bachelor's, to be honest.
Really?
Like studying business was very nonsense.
That's so cool.
And I'm like, essentially, I like wildfire camera stations in Chile, like all over.
Yeah.
And I'm developing, and I'm and then put on the cameras.
Love it. You use like a Raspberry Pi with like a battery or something?
Exactly, yeah. Raspberry Pi.
I freaking love pies. Oh my goodness. They're just the best gift ever to the tech world. Like, you can have them on full blast for a whole year and it'll cost you like $3 in electricity. Something silly like that.
No. That's why it's great for like countries like Chile. They don't have like a lot of money. Still have a huge wildfire problem.
Wow. That's so cool.
Yeah, but I still just wish I would have done
that. No doubt. I tried doing mine on like just studying the trees, like to see if it was true that the city lights affect tree growth. You know, like the artificial light, like what it does to them. Because there's some studies showing that like they get so damaged and messed up. But then I did a study of like all the trees around the campus, and I was like, it's nothing. They're fine.
No change.
And so I guess it wasn't that interesting, and they didn't like it. So that's what science is, though. Like, if it's not repeatable, you know, maybe they just Photoshop those photos or something. I don't know. No, I hated it. I hated doing science, like, because all my colleagues, all my peers would just like botch the results to make it interesting or just invent stuff. And I was like, this what's the point? Why are we here if we're just gonna make up stories? And that's before they even go professional and they get, you know, like funders and stuff, you know. That's just when they're at the very, very foundation. They're just like, yeah, just watch the results, you know, yeah. Just put loads of references. Doesn't matter if you know them or not, you know. Doesn't matter if they're necessary. They want you to put on a bunch.
They want you to put references already.
And I put like 4, and I got a great grade because they were all relevant. You don't need 500, you know. And it's like, oh, we need to find this result, so then put extra amount of this so we get the result. It's like, bro, like, this is first year. It doesn't even count anyway. Like, why would you want to break science right now in a grade that doesn't even count for anything? Like, this does not bode well. Yeah, so I want to get a Orange Pi V2. It's only like $60 from AliExpress, and it's got 2 AI tops, whatever that means, and it can run DeepSeek like pretty easily. Obviously super distilled and stuff, but attach a camera to it, like it can do some of that stuff. Actually, better a camera module is better. just the camera, you get a lot of like lag and latency. But if you plug in one that has a module attached to it, then it does all the processing in the module, and the Pi just becomes like a console at that point.
Nice.
Don't know what I'd use it for, but I'd love to just experiment. Or maybe I'd put it outside my window, and then I'd have it just like make a tally of everything it's seen, like how many women, how many men, how many birds, how many rats, you know. I just I get like a tally at the end of the month. Yeah, I've seen some people use it for wildlife watching. I'm not sure exactly what, I guess, but I guess I don't get it. Like, we already have wildlife cameras that are triggered by movement.
Yeah.
Like the same? Why would you need
It's probably the same.
AI, I guess? I don't know.
I mean, you can track movement, like make videos. But essentially, the model in these Wi-Fi cameras is already AI.
What's that?
But essentially, the models in these like Wi-Fi cameras are just biased. Like it's.
I guess, yeah, a movement sensor would be no good for catching wildfires, yeah. So does it have a temperature thing in it as well?
No, but you could add this to it.
Yeah, because it's just a light spectrum, isn't it, right?
Yeah, so now it's like literally only like like imagery, and then like it takes videos, and then you get like snapshots every 30 seconds.
Yeah.
That's like technically based on just computer vision. But there are like also some like sensor approaches. There are like temperature sensors.
Yeah,
like
yeah. You can put
humidity sensors.
yeah, earthquake sensor, just shove them all in there. Like
Yeah,
Pi can take it all, yeah. I've got an orange Pi 03 right now. Oh, it's gorgeous. I love it.
What do you do with it?
Oh, I freaking I have bots on it. Is the main thing. That's what's using up most of the resources. So I got 4 RuneScape bots. I don't know if you know what RuneScape is. Like an old game from 2001.
Ah, yeah.
2007, Cambridge. If you went to Oxford or Cambridge? I think Cambridge. If you went to Cambridge and asked at the university there about it, they'd know, because it's like a... Is it Cambridge? Oh, I can't remember now. But that's where their headquarters is located. That's where they started, and they're quite famous there in their hometown. So you know it?
It's like a computer game, no?
Yeah, like, do you know World of Warcraft?
Yes. Like, I've never played both of it, but I think I've heard of it.
So RuneScape and World of Warcraft are the top 2 multiplayer games in the world since forever. And so this one, RuneScape, is based on a 2007 version of the game, the one that I play, which is the most popular. And so that means the hardware requirements are stuck to 2007 times, you know, with a few additions, because there's been client additions and plugins and stuff like that. So it's a bit enhanced, but the foundation is 2007, and so these Pis are like 4 cores at like 1 to 2 gigahertz, which is like would have been pretty good in 2007 for a daily driver, a daily machine. So they play the game really well. So I have 4 clients of those running a robot that I've made. And so they're leveling up, they're getting gold, they're having a good time. And they're just on 24/7, you know? There's no blinking lights, there's no fans, I just have it in my drawer. I check in every now and again. I'm also running a proxy server. So I have an old phone, which is just like the screen is just about to just break and it's going to be useless because the screen repair is like 100 or more than the phone is. And so I put a SIM in it, I put it on hotspot, and I just left it there charging on the slowest charger I found, you know, to not suck too much energy. And so that's hotspotting data from a SIM. So the Wi-Fi receiver, which came with the Pi, awesomely, as is receiving that signal, is then creating a SOCKS 5 proxy server, and then I can connect to it from any computer on my network, and it will connect me to that SIM, give me a new IP. And it only takes a little bit of router mumbo jumbo to make it so anyone could connect to it and use it, and I could sell the gigabytes if I wanted to, which I might if but I'd really have to up the security because that'd be pretty close to all my stuff. But that's really awesome because in the game to log in on one server, you can only log in 10 accounts at a time. But if you have a different IP address, then you can log in obviously 20 accounts at a time. So that's useful for me because on my main machines, I run a different bot on the modern machines, and these ones are like, it's kind of like permaculture and agriculture. So agriculture is you freaking douse it full of nutrition, you give it loads of sun, you freaking inject it with hormones, and then you chop it up after a little bit, right? And then you got your wheat. And then permaculture is like, you go by every now and again, you pick out some fruits, maybe you pee on it or something, right? So I got my permaculture on the Pi, then I do my agriculture on the main machine, and that's kind of just brutal processes. I need as many cores as possible, and I'm just working to scale that. Right now I can do 16 at a time pretty comfortably. Obviously every run there's a few bugs, I flatten them out, run it again, a few bugs, flatten out. It's almost purified. But then it's about scaling it. So right now I'm doing 16. I want to be doing 160 at a time, which means I'll need a few more proxies because they're going to be on the same world, which is fine because you just buy them online for cheap. But I really like having my own from the mobile thing. I like that. What else do I use it for? So I have two servers from like 2009, 2011. They're ancient machines, but a bunch of cores. And they're going to be doing most of the work once I get it a bit better, the agriculture. But like they're so noisy with the fans that I've taken them apart and I've put on a water cooling system. But you still have to have the fans on. You can't have it without the fans off because it's just hardwired just so it doesn't blow up in a data center, And so I have the Pi constantly sending a script to the server to lower the fans, because even if the temperatures are fine, the fans will always like force themselves to reset if they've been lowered for like 60 seconds or something. So it's constantly sending a reset. So I use the Pi for that too. So the fans stay quiet so that it's actually tolerable to be around them. I have yet to plug in a sensor, plug in a camera. Excuse me. I've yet to do any of that stuff. And like, I guess switches you can use it for too. You can plug it in and it can do a switch. I don't really know that like hands-on practical use of the Pis just yet. I'm still just on the software element. Yeah. Well, a little bit of sensors and stuff, a little bit, I guess. You'd know. Cameras and stuff. But yeah, I got my one with 4 gigs of RAM for like 50 euros, and it's got 4 cores at 1.5 gigahertz, 4 gigs of RAM. SD card slot. It comes with Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, which is awesome. Yeah, but this other one, right, for just $60, and it's fresh. Like this one was secondhand. This is fresh. It's like $60-ish. You get 8 cores, 8 gigs of RAM, so double. I think you get 2 Ethernet ports. I think, which is great for if I'm doing multiple proxy stuff. And then you get like 2 M.2 slots, if not 3. One of them is like a startup one, and then 2 are storage, something like that, which is amazing. So you can put terabytes on there. I'm quite excited to get that. And then I'm going to put a whole new ecosystem there. So right now I've got these like, they're killing, they're like, they're getting high magic and high defense basically. And so on the 03, so when I get this new V2, I'm gonna make them. They're gonna use magic to make money. I'm gonna get rich. Because every million in the game is 14 cents in real life, right?
Oh.
You did business.
Yeah, but
There's people that are making gold in that game,
that's insane.
and they're making like 30 grand a month, and then others are making 3 grand a month, and they have 2 employees in Venezuela that they pay 300 a month. There's promise there for sure, and so every million is 14 cents. With this concept that I have, that I'll be making about $1 million an hour. And that's 24/7. So that's 14 cents every hour. I think I worked it out that after 2 to 3 months, it would pay back the cost of the hardware. And then after that, it's just all profit. And electric is just not even worth thinking about. It doesn't suck any electricity. And so if I just kept buying those, right, and I have just a small army, I'll be rich. And that's just the permaculture side. If I keep developing agricultural endeavors, like right now, my agriculture thing does in one session with 16 accounts, it makes. I just did one now in my break. It makes what was it? I think it was 2,000 stews. The stews are 10,000 each. So 2,000 is 20 million. So 20 million is oh my goodness, €2.80. It made €2.80 with 16 accounts, right? So if I did 160 accounts, that'd be 28 euros, and it'll be all done in the same amount of time. And I have the hardware for it with the servers, right? So I just click a button, the 160 accounts go, and boom, I just made 28 euros for the day. Do that every day, and that's like almost 900 euros a month, right? It adds up. Once you reach a threshold, it's quite impressive. And so I'm making that 900 a month, and I still have the permaculture going. And let's say, the method I'm doing has died, or it doesn't work anymore. Well, I just do a new method, and I've got all the coding skills, so I don't have to buy another software. I use all open source projects on GitHub and stuff. But right now, this is the most profitable, so I dedicate a lot. Yeah. 12-hour shifts. 12-hour shifts on my days off. Just for an extra $200 at the end of the month, you know. But it's only 3 months a year, so why not? Yeah, then they fire me. But they're contractually obligated to hire me again after 3 months. So we'll see how it goes. I think I said that already, no?
It's like June, July, August then.
They started me in July, So I guess it's July, August, September. They should have started me in June, but they didn't. So I was preparing all of May, all of June. I was preparing by sleeping all day and staying up all night. Because not only is being sleepy dangerous, it like takes away your work hours as well, and it's just awful. So you did a bachelor's in business and a master's in computer science.
Yeah.
How does that work? Like
The conversion and master for people who didn't do computer science before.
wow, good job.
Yeah, but like, I don't know, I feel like I know stuff now. I'm not sure if I know like enough of the master. I'm like, it's like, with AI, like studying computer science is a joke. Like you just ask AI to like do
Yeah.
the coursework for you.
Yeah,
And like, you still like have to understand the code that it's writing for you, but it's like the effort of several hours to several minutes.
oh, what a blessing. What a great time we live in. You know about volatile booleans? No? They sound funny though.
That's how much I know.
What languages are you studying?
Languages.
Yeah, like computer.
Yeah, C, so C++,
Okay.
and then Python.
Yeah.
Yeah, mostly.
Have you used PyAuto GUI? Yeah. That one's fun. That one does everything. Clicks here, closes that, opens that. Oh, I've got a great one I made with Python. There's a whole process you have to do to like make an account in the game, because they try to stop modders making so many accounts, so they make it really difficult to make an account and to use different accounts. So I made one that like, and so you have to get an email and then verify the email and then send it back and then put in the verification code and then click the button that you're not a robot and all that stuff. And so I made a script for that. And so I did each step. It was its own script, and then I put all the scripts together, and it just works like flawlessly, like beautifully.
Nice.
And so it opens up a Chromium. It goes to the email link, which I buy. Somebody gives it to me, which is great. That part is done. That part I invest in. It's like 2 cents per login. It's like, okay, so you don't have to do everything yourself, right? You don't like a farmer buys the seeds, and opens up the Chromium, does the link, finds the email, the most recent email with the verification code, exits out, puts in the verification code. It's just beautiful.
I'm wondering why, because if you just have to like adapt the script, that's quite easy. Even if they like insert like verification, like how can you make it more secure? Is the
If they just the verification is just like the are you a robot? I just have to press a button, and
it's not even like selected.
No, I don't know if it's because of the Chromium, the specific Chromium browser that comes up, because it's not their standard one. Maybe it's like restricted and it can't. But it doesn't. I have the same robot doing the exact same movement at the same speed to click it every time. It just doesn't care. I'm guessing that's to prevent against like those robots that just scrape, that aren't actually there. But yeah, if they put a more complex one, then that would stop me. Because even ChatGPT was like, oh, yo, I don't know if I can do that for you. When I was talking about it, I'm like, look, you just have to click a button. You don't have to match any shapes. And he was like, okay, here you go. Here's your PyAuto GUI. Oh, and I've been doing a lot of local LLMs as well. Need a lot of RAM and a lot of VRAM for that. But even a 3 gigabyte GTX 1060 NVIDIA card does wonders, you know, because it just offloads to the CPU. But AMD, absolute nightmare. Even if you, yeah, just absolute chaos, bro. For real. Can't even. Just thinking about it makes me upset. I want to throw away the card. But NVIDIA with its CUDA is just a dream. So I've been using that to I've got like a local stable diffusion model where I'm making images. So I'll use a local LLM that has a huge token context, and I'll tell it like a whole story that I'm writing, and tell them, you know, and then I'll be like, can you make me a bunch of stable diffusion prompts so that I can make images out of the story so that I can piece them together later? And he's like, okay. So I put that in the stable diffusion, and then I have another application, and I make 10 of each image because the images are so crap usually. There's only one that's good. So I make 10 of each one, and then I have a script that goes through each packet, and I choose which one I like. And then I'm experimenting now. I put it into like a flow frames application, which uses AI to make all the clips flow together. But it's a bit eggy right now. I'm not cemented on that. And so then I make little animations and stuff with stories that I like, and all local. Yeah, I want to keep as local as possible. I really don't like how much data I'm sharing with cloud and GPT. It's you know, when we're talking about like passwords and stuff with all these accounts and all that.
Yeah. Fair.
Oh. Close the door. I think that's good enough.
Yeah, thank you.
Money, money, money must be funny in a rich man's world. Oh. Right. Calle Santander Cinco is my next one, but we're just going to go back now to Marbella. How's everyone doing? Oh, there's nobody here. Awesome. Right, I'm going to shut this down.